You're listening to the Dre Area Sports Show, live on YouTube and X. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
One of the questions I wanted to ask you is Colton McKivitz. You know, him along with Jauan Jennings are on their final year of their contracts. We've been talking about Jauan Jennings getting a new contract, getting re-signed. He's still, I mean, look, I love Jauan Jennings, but, like, it's still not a guy that I see, like, hey, we got to get this guy signed. Like, I would almost ride out this year if you can and then see where he ends up at the end of the season. I just don't think they want to dump more money into their receiving core after they gave Brandon Aiyuk that big contract. That's just me. But when it comes to the offensive line, Colton McKivitz. Okay, this guy failed upwards last season, where we all thought, oh, McKivitz is a weak point. McKivitz is a weak point. Gotta get rid of McKivitz. And then that really, really swayed towards Jake Brendel last season. Everyone was like, get rid of Brendel, get rid of Brendel. Well, they're both still there.
Yeah.
And McKivitz is on his final year. Is this a player the Niners should look to extend in Colton McKivitz?
I think Colton McKivitz, and I'm going to get destroyed for this. I really think Colton McKivitz is a very underrated player. Is he Lane Johnson? No one else is Lane Johnson. But I do think Colton McKivitz has done a serviceable, if not better than serviceable job as a team's right tackle. Does he have, weaknesses against, bull rush? Yeah, we saw it against the Chiefs last year. We got annihilated on the goal line during the regular season. But I do think Colton McKivitz, really should be a candidate to be resigned. I think he's underrated. I think he's fairly consistent, like how Chipto was pointing out. Mm-hmm. Yes, the highs may not be as high as, say, one of the best right tackles in football. Thank you, Aaron. It is gelled and pristine, ready to go for the stream today.
Ready to rock.
But I really just think that Colton is kind of a baseline player that can give you more. And I think for a team that has so much in flux, you need some of those baseline guys, and I think the last couple of years he's been that for them. Would I break the bank? Like, would I give him Jalen Moore $15 million a year money? Probably not, which in retrospect looks weird by the Chiefs doing so, knowing they drafted
so much money.
Knowing they got Simmons in the draft. So I don't know, but I do think it'd be a good idea to re-sign him. I would not be shocked to see both those guys signed for similar dollars. Whether it is, 336 or maybe it's, 2 for 30 for Colton, which may be too high, but I really do like Colton McKivitz and wouldn't mind him staying around, especially if Trent Williams retires after the year. I know he'll push back on that, but you just never know, and the ankle is always a concern for him. So you never want to go into an offseason only keeping one tackle or losing both of them in the same time. So I would rather re-sign McKivitz, get ahead of it, hopefully to a lower cap hit and whatnot, and maybe save yourself from having to address left and right tackle next offseason.
Yeah, I think that re-signing McKivitz may give you the best deal by doing it during the season. And I think he's going to be a candidate that gets re-signed just randomly during the season. All of a sudden, Colton McKivitz extended, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it's going to be. And I think the price is probably where they want it to be at when it comes to a player like Colton McKivitz. If he hit the free agent market, I think he will get picked up, but I don't know if he'll get the massive contract. But then again, Jalen Moore got a massive contract. It was kind of like, well, what's going on? Aaron Banks got a huge contract. So McKivitz might be saying, hey, look, if you guys don't want to resign me, these guys all got big contracts elsewhere, so I'm out of here. But we'll see how that kind of plays out. But like I said, he failed upwards. Everyone, after the loss in the Super Bowl, everybody thought McKivitz has got to go. McKivitz has got to go. And last season, he was fairly consistent. Now, looking at his PFF numbers, he's 37th at a 77.2 overall grade. Pass blocking is a 72.8. That's 43rd in the league. And run blocking is a 68.6. He's 45th in the league. Nothing that really stands out as like, oh my God, we got to keep this guy. But being ranked 37, 43rd, and 45th, at least he's somewhat consistent in what he does all the way around. So I still think this is a guy that's going to come back. But he also only allowed 2 sacks last season, that's big. And he only had 6 penalties, which is it has him at 89th out of 140 tackles. So 6 penalties I can live with. I would like to be less, obviously. And he played over 1,000 snaps. which is 17th in the league for tackles. So
he's never injured, and I think people often forget he was one of the tackles that stepped up in 2019 when Staley and McGlinchey both went down with injury and played fairly well. He stepped in for Trent the last couple of years. Whenever he's gone down, I think in 2021 he did in Week 18 against the Rams in that big win against them at SoFi Stadium to get into the playoffs. So McKivitz has ascended from, season stabilizing backup tackle to really a competent starting right tackle. And again, he isn't great. No one's saying that, but I do think if you were to rank the right tackles in football, he may be a little higher than Niner fans want to admit.
The Dre Area Sports Show is brought to you by SeatGeek. Use promo code Dre Area Sports to save $20 on your first purchase at SeatGeek.com. And we are also brought to you by Taryn Roy, the SEO Optimizer. If you're looking to boost your YouTube channel, then check out the SEO Optimizer. Use promo code Dre Area Sports to start your free trial today. Power Brand Systems. If you're looking to build a website for your small business or YouTube channel, then check out Power Brand Systems. Use promo code 300POWER to save up to $300 on your first purchase at Power Brand Systems.